I almost completely forgot this month is Attention Deficit Hyperactivity Awareness Month. I gotta draw something for this. But what? What do I draw? I know I'm just gonna do drawing, but yes. Now, why is this a big deal to me? Well, I was diagnosed with attention deficit hyperactivity disorder when I was 7 years old. They did actually try to put medication on me, but it didn't work out too well. And it was at the time when the people thought people grew out of that sort of thing. So I haven't been diagnosed since again. But yeah, I feel like I'm not sure what I should draw for it, but I'm going to do some drawings. But yeah, ADD, Attention Deficit Hyperactivity Awareness Month. Big deal to some of us who have it. But yeah, I was diagnosed with it. My own story is hard to explain. Well, it's super hard. It's just I don't want to have to be put on medication for it because apparently I had a not so good effects to it when they tried to put me on it, and I don't want to go back there. So I don't want to get reassessed for it just to be put on meds again because it's not going to work. I did a lot of other things to sort of work out with it, like, and so on and so forth. So I'm not sure what I'm drawing here, but yeah, it's Attention Deficit Hyperactivity Awareness Month. I'm just drawing something a little bit more original, I hope. But yeah, sorry, I sort of slipped it off there. Not sure if the camera's focusing on my drawing here, but as someone who was diagnosed and is female version of it, I can tell you there are times I think my period mucks with it. And that's why it's so hard for some of us to be diagnosed properly, but I'm of the... There is at least how I explain this to you. There's 3 types of attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. I was diagnosed with the version attention deficit disorder, which is now considered one of the types of attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, which is more inattentive, I think. More like you got your daydreamer thing. Like there's one that's called the class clown. Not me. I'm more the head in the clouds, off with the fairies kind of attention deficit kind of person. There's 3 types at least. Nobody talks about those as much. Which they really should do that more often. But yeah, it's Attention Deficit Hyperactivity Awareness Month. And there's 3 types of it. I think one of my other co-workers has it, but it's not my story of telling his one. My experiences is I did have to be on the meds for it when I was a kid. Didn't know I had it until I was a teenager, though, and why I was taking meds for. I just assumed because my spelling and writing was sucky, because it was. It's a bit better now, but I'm better at reading than I'm writing my words out. I still, I miss parts of my words, like somehow my brain skips parts of my writing. And I have autocorrect to make sure I can fix up my spelling, but sometimes it misspells things weirdly. You think they would make that a little bit better, but yeah, autocorrect isn't that great. And being how much autocorrect sort of wrecks you up, I'm surprised. They want AI for writing and art stuff when it mucks up already autocorrect so much. When you think about it, it's like I wouldn't trust it for that sort of thing. But yes, it is attention deficit disorder is something both boys and girls suffer. It is the awareness month of that sort of thing. I'm going to just scribble here. And it's still not very widely understood, though at least it's more understood than when I was diagnosed with it, because I was diagnosed back during the 90s, and they weren't always great with it because they assumed people grew out of it because the symptoms got masked better when you became an adult. It just means the symptoms are a little different when you're an adult. That's why some people don't realize But yeah, I was a terrible speller as a kid. Certainly terrible, because I couldn't hear the words being said to me sometimes. Like, I'm not sure how to explain it, but I'm not sure why I thought drawing this would be a good idea for this, but I'm gonna give him freckles. Give him freckles. Yay, freckles. So that's one little drawing. Who do we draw on the other side? But yes, it is Awareness Month, and I need to draw something for this. But yes, I am one of those people who was diagnosed at age 7. So, but parents didn't inform me until I was a teenager. Then I started realizing half the things. Yeah, it was a confusing mess because technically at the time I was diagnosed, people assumed you just grew out of it. But luckily now they've changed that. Luckily they changed that diagnosis. Sick. But there's at least considered 3 types of attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. There's one combination of the other two. There's one where you're like inattentive, so you don't hyperactive as much, because I'm definitely not hyperactive. Not really. More like I'm more internal. As they say, some people are more internal. And there's some people have like who are both hyperactive and internalizing things. I'm not sure how to explain it, but there's like different types of it. I'm like rambling while I'm drawing this. My goodness. But yeah, it's Awareness Month for Attention Deficit Hyperactivity Disorder. There's all sorts of different ways to tell you. I'm not sure how to explain it for you. It's best to get a diagnosis first. It's not always easy to diagnose people, apparently, because each person was a little different from the other. But yeah, I'm considered more the inattentive one. But I can say with some things that they're saying, like, we're a bit like cats, and I can totally see it. Attention deficit people are a bit like cats, in a way. And sometimes it does get mixed up with autism for some weird reason. Don't ask me, I don't know. Because sometimes the symptoms for attention deficit disorder can mix in with some other things. And there's other issues that we end up getting, like we can get depression really bad. I mean, it's not like I can read other people's emotions as well as I would like to. But I got better with it on times. Alright, let me see. Let me look. What do we do with this one? I think we make it more orange, this one. Sorry, I'm just sort of splanging off here. Just throwing random things together, put it for that. It's definitely this month. It is Attention Deficit Hyperactivity Awareness Month. I am not sure what to draw for it, but I am trying. I think it's doing so well this fine day. It's fun day. Anyway, I'm still working on this, but it's almost finished. If I can just get the camera to focus on it a bit more, but yeah. It is Attention Deficit Awareness Month. Time just to figure out this and that. Drawing a few things of the background, but I think that will do for my drawing for this month of Attention Deficit Awareness Month. I think that will go.